Dear 2019 graduating students of LVPA, parents who are visiting the campus on this joyful occasion, all guests, our beloved faculty members, and fellow students, a warm welcome to you all. I'm Deepika Puvaya, a cinematography student of L.V.Prasad 2020 batch.
And I'm Ritika Pallavi Singh, also a cinematography student from the 2020 batch. We are here to take you through the ceremony. Today is a day of celebrations. All of us study, work, shoot, struggle, fight, complain, make friends, hopefully lifelong, and have fun every day for the year, for 2 years to arrive at this day. The 2 year long journey for graduating batch of 2019 had been a very long one, as it was interrupted, frustrated, and prolonged by the never ending pandemic. But
But
all's
all's
well
well
that ends well.
We request all the audience to keep their phones on silent and refrain from using it during the event, please. Let's start with a prayer song, Tamil Thai Valthu.
We would like to invite Dr. Kavita Ganesh and our academic director, Mr. Michael Joseph, to escort our chief guest, Mr. Tigmanshu Dhulia, to come on stage, please.
Can we also have our HODs from the direction department, Ms. Lata Murugan, from the screenwriting department, Dr. Indranil Chakravarti, from the sound department, Mr. M. Venkatesh, and from the edit department, Mr. Palanival Kalimuthu sir, and also from the cinematography department, Mr. Mati Arigan sir. We would now like to invite Dr. Kavita Ganesh to make her welcome address.
Thank you, Deepika and Pritika. A very warm evening to one and all present here. Today, we have all gathered in this space, which is the vision envisaged by our mentor, late L.V.Prasad ji, a pioneer in Indian cinema. To put it in his words, I did not have many opportunities to study and learn the technical aspects of filmmaking. And his words of concern saw light as Mr. Ramesh Prasad ji carried his legacy and chiseled this institution to provide formal education in media industry. I feel greatly privileged and honored to deliver the welcome address on this day, the 1st of August 2022. With great pleasure, I welcome each one of you on this 15th graduation day of batch 2019 of the Academy. With great pride, I welcome our beloved chief guest, Mr. Tigmanshu Dhulia, who has traveled all the way from Mumbai to grace this solemn ceremony. Mr. Tigmanshu Dhulia is a person wearing multiple caps in his unique way industry. He has won the National Film Award for the Best Feature Film in 2013 for the movie Pan Singh Tomar. The same film helped him bag the Filmfare Award for his Best Screenplay He also has his credit the Best Director Award for his movie Sahab Bibi Aur Gangster by Stardust Awards. It's my honor, sir, to welcome you for this event today. Thanks for making it, sir. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome the jury members who are here for the second time. First, to evaluate the students' projects, and now to be a part of their graduation and award ceremony. My welcome to you all, sir. My warm welcome to our directors, Mr. L.V.Prasad and Mrs. Kavita Prasad, and all their family members who have found time to create this day every year. His ideas of blending the latest and newest technologies into the space of media learning is sure to see the newer generation equip themselves to carve a niche for themselves in the industry. I welcome you both, Mr. and Mrs. L.V.Prasad, once again, ma'am. My humble welcome to Shibraman sir, who has nurtured the academy since its inception and keeps mentoring us all the way through till date. Thank you, sir. Thanks for coming. I extend my welcome to all. Before I extend my welcome to the parents, I'd like to appreciate them for nurturing the passion in their children and also believing in them. I would like to put it in a very simple word as what we believe and what the entire universe believes. There has been great filmmakers in the past. There are great filmmakers who are also there now, and there will be great filmmakers in the future to come. So, dear graduates, all you need to believe is there is a space for you in this universe, just as how the universe is vast and spread across the film industry, and what you can do is also phenomenally huge. Believe in yourself, be determined, and I'm sure you'll find your space and niche and carve a space for yourself, and there's no looking back. Good luck to one and all present here. And what we can be proud as people here from the L.V.Prasad Academy is the day when you win your Oscar or when you're walking down the cans. Probably you look back and you'll very specially remember that your journey also had us long, and we will feel proud and elated at that moment. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to travel along with you. I extend my welcome to parents, their family members, and other friends who have traveled all the way through from different parts of the country to be a part of the ceremony and see their your children get your graduation and walk along with pride. A very warm welcome to the media friends for having accepted our invitation and graced this occasion. Last but not the least, I would like to extend my very warm welcome to the entire L.V.Prasad family, the heads of various departments who are here, of course, my faculty member, both the teaching and the non-teaching members of the team who have made this event see light today, and I'm sure it will be a grand success. I welcome you all once again and let the curtain rise for the ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We would now like to call our Director of Academics, Mr. Michael Joseph, to address the students and the guests.
Thank you. I'm reminded of a master class that Paul Schrader did at City Fort during the Ocean Festival. And he came into City Fort and he looked at the auditorium and he said, wow, this is the largest master class I've ever done in my life. If you've been to City Fort, then you'll understand what I'm saying. And then he looked at them and he said, see, I can either wear my glasses and not see you. Wear my glasses and see my notes, or I can take off my glasses and see you. I think I'll choose to see my notes. Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to Tigmanshu Dhulia, our chief guest for tonight. Welcome also to all the board of directors of the L.V.Prasad Education and Research Foundation, Sai Prasad, Kavita Prasad, and M.K. Prasad. And all the other members on the dais, welcome. Welcome to all my colleagues in the academy. all the students of all the other batches presently undergoing their studies here, and most of all, the batch of 2019 and their parents. Before I begin, I would like to spend a moment of silence in respect to a fellow filmmaker and teacher who headed this very institution from 2014 to 2017. We used to fondly call him Chucks. Actually, I've never heard him being called by his given names, Venkatesh Chakravarti. Chucks was an avid reader, critic, filmmaker, a true artist who never stopped the search to understand our world through cinema. Please stand up and let us all observe a minute's silence in his remembrance. May his soul rest in peace. Please be seated. Tonight we gather here to not really say farewell to our batch of 2019, but to hail 24 more filmmakers passing through the corridors of this academy, ready to enter the professional realm as they specialize in different domains of filmmaking. This particular batch, I must say, has been very resolute, courageous even, as they persevered in their learning journey through the adverse situations that confronted them. And more importantly, they maintained a vibrant and exploratory disposition, immersing themselves into the process of finding a cinematic expression, not just through their craft, but attempting to entwine their response to the world with filmic form, sometimes critiquing, at other times reflecting, or even fantasizing about their lives to shed light on the present. All this could not have happened without the faculty, management, and staff of the L.V.Prasad Film and Television Academy, and especially Shantanu and Prachi. And Shantanu and Prachi, I hope you're tuned in and watching your hard labor bear fruit. Come, let's give everyone a hand to acknowledge everyone's contribution and support over the years. As mentioned by Ritika and Deepika at the beginning of the ceremony, you are a batch that had to traverse through very difficult times because of the pandemic. And yet, a few weeks back, I had the opportunity, along with the jury members, to watch your diploma films, 13 in all. I witnessed and experienced your resilience and creative focus firsthand. I must add, I was impressed by the choice of some of the mature thematic concerns and the artistic treatment that you had adopted. Of course, there were things here and there that did not work, but that does not matter. It's not the point, because when one sees this body of work of this 2019 batch, there is honesty and integrity and a genuine desire to master filmic form. What is important is that the journey has started. The perfection may probably come in your second childhood, as famously said by Kurosawa when he wrote a letter to Bergman to wish him on his 70th birthday. Kurosawa was 77, and he wrote a letter to Bergman, who on turning 70 lamented in his memoirs, The Magic Lantern, which he published that very year. Bergman said, I probably do mourn the fact that I no longer make films. But Kurosawa, in his letter to him, recounted the story of the great Japanese artist Tesei Tomioka, who upon reaching the age of 80, suddenly flowered and started making pictures much superior to his previous ones, as if he was in magnificent bloom. Kurosawa writes, "A human is born a baby, becomes a boy, goes through youth, the prime of life, and finally returns to being a baby before he closes his life. This, in my opinion, is the most ideal way of life. I believe you would agree that a human being capable of producing pure works without any restrictions in the days of his second childhood. I am now 77 years old and I'm convinced that my real work is just beginning. Let us hold out together for the sake of movies. With warmest regards, Akira Kurosawa." And for those who have seen Matadayo, his last film, this is testimony to this thought. But what am I getting at? That you need to wait till 80 to show your grasp of filmmaking? No, not at all. The scenario for all of you is very different. Opportunities are more, distribution systems are more refined, the ground is more organized. The technology is more suave. You can shoot in 8K or whatever K you want. But the question is, what will inhabit the image? What are the stories that you will tell? How will you engage and interpret the reality that you are immersed in? So the conditions are much more conducive than many years ago, but the crisis of life on this planet is tenfold more. It's evident from your films that the 24 of you have worked together, supported each other in the true spirit of collaborative art making, in the true spirit of cinema. The energy that each one of you have brought to the table was so infectious that it has lifted the whole standard of the output of this batch. But the point I'm trying to make is that it is just the beginning. An artistic practice is always an endless process of search. If one says one knows, that is a death trap. We need to be constantly open, curious, and inquisitive to the human predicament that we find ourselves enmeshed in. At this point, what we need to be proud of is that you have found your rhythm. You have moved from stasis into movement, and you're on your way. There is a long way ahead of excitement and discovery, but we have to acknowledge that it will take time and that this journey cannot be one of instant gratification. That success will come if we believe in it and work for it. It is one of the biggest misnomers of modern life that being busy means that you are useful and productive. We never are ourselves when we are rushed. We need to move away from time management to timeless time. So engrossed that we are able to connect to our inner core. You don't have to hit it big tomorrow itself. You don't have to have all the answers. You never will. But what is of importance is to ask the right questions, to be in the moment, to be yourself, not to be swayed by some absurd standards set by someone else. Sometimes we're so myopic that we only see our immediate goals. We just see the point we're at, not the line that is our life, that embodies our life. If we could only see and respond to our lives in perspective, it would bring us to the truth of our potential and open us to the possibilities of the long run. As Henry David Thoreau said, if a man does not keep pace with his companions, perhaps it is because he hears a different drummer. Let him step to the music which he hears, however measured or far away. Let me just share with you one last anecdote from the great Senegalese filmmaker, Sembine Ousmane, considered as the father of African cinema. In an interview that was taken after making Mulada, which he shot in Burkina Faso, he commented on the role of the artist. He said that in a political scenario, a person is elected to office for either 3 or 5 years, and then he has to seek a fresh mandate. But You, as a filmmaker, have been elected for life to represent the people, and therefore you have the onus to represent the people's dreams, reflect on their present, critique the past through interpreting your lived experience, and use your imagination to find cinematic expression. As I wish you on your future journey, I remember a line the professor says as a farewell to his three students in Bergman's Wild Strawberries. They serenade him. And then he says, "Let me hear good things about you." Ladies and gentlemen, let us applaud the batch of 2019.
Thank you, sir, for your inspirational words. We shall remember it and embrace it. Can we now request Mr. Sai Prasad, Managing Director of the Prasad Group, to felicitate our chief guest, Mr. Tigmanshu Dhulia.
As we welcome Mr. Tigmanshu Dhulia to make the graduation address, here is a brief introduction. Mr. Tigmanshu Dhulia holds a master's degree in theatre from National School of Drama in New Delhi. He is a dialogue writer, director, actor, screenwriter, producer, and casting director. He wrote dialogues for Mani Ratnam's Dil Se, among several others. He wrote and directed films such as Pan Singh Tomar, Charas, Hasil, Sahib Biwi or Gangster, and its two sequels. He was the casting director for distinguished films such as Bandit Queen and Stiff Upper Lips, and most memorably, acted in films such as Electric Moon, Gangs of Wasipur, Raat Akeli Hai, Zero, Hero, Milan Talkies, Maji the Mountain Man, and Holika. He received the National Award for Best Film for his film Pan Singh Tomar and also the Best Screenplay Filmfare Award for the same film.
So, friends, let's join our hands to welcome our chief guest of the evening, Mr. Tigmanshu Dhulia.
I too have made some notes. I came well prepared. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Madam CEO, Michael sir, I know him. We had a chat, we had a web chat when he was in Srishti there. So I know him. And I guess you are the students, so I've come here to address you. Well, when I got this invitation from Mr. Prasad, I was pleasantly surprised. Surprised because I thought, why me? Why me? I mean, the entire South Indian film industry is so gifted with numerous fantastic achievers. Why me? But then I guess when I got invited, I said yes to it. And why pleasant? Because I thought that it's an attempt to bring us all together. Thank you, Mr. Prasad, for having me. So I knew that I'll be guillotined here. You have to address the hardest part. So I was thinking, what will I say? I mean, you are film graduates now. What will I talk about? Until and unless we all step out to have a smoke, and then, individually we can talk to each other. But here in public, I need to say good things, positive things, inspiring things. I will not sound as profound as Michael was. I don't have that ability. But then I thought that, yes, what should I speak about? Certainly not about films. What is so common? What is common amongst all of us, amongst everybody in this world? We all have one thing in common. We all suffer from that, and that is greed. We are all greedy people. I have an advice for you. Because I'm senior, you have to take it respectfully. First of all, do not rush after money. Money will follow. It's a byproduct. Make sure your first project, once you get out of this institute, your first project gets noticed. Give it your best, because that'll set your benchmark and eventually your price. All right? So be very honest, very passionate when you do your first project. When I made my first film, Hasil, in 2002, I had no producer. And I had, in the script, I come from Allahabad, this one town in North India. And in the script, I had said the climax in the Kumbh Mela. It was a Mela, it was coming out 124 years. The alignment of the stars was such. And it was a 5 crore people, as big as Australia and that small part of Allahabad. And I said the climax there, the entire action sequence, and I had no producer. And the Kumbh Mela was there, and still I had no producer, and it was going. I still didn't have a producer. We somehow managed some money. I had actors, Irfan and others. So we all went there with some friends' money, shot the climax, came back. At that, Avid had just come into the picture, but we didn't have the money to use it. We edited it on Steenbeck. And then I started showing it to people. I shot the climax first before I shot the film. And that's how I got my producer. After that, I made another film. And after that, for 7 years, I did not get a release. I was making film, it was getting stopped. I had no release. But I kept on getting signing amounts. Signing amount, don't ever refuse. That will keep you going. For 7, 8 years, I got good signing amounts. Why? People did not forget me because I made a good film. My first film was a good one. They remembered me for that. Had I made a very successful film, a frivolous, successful film, and not made a film for 7 years, the industry would have forgotten me. But they did not, because my first film was good. You should do the same. At least be honest till some point of time, because we all have to compromise in life, some point or the other. After that, you'll get married, you'll have kids, a lot of pressure, jealousy and all that, and you start compromising. Everybody goes through that phase. So this is reality. And but the initial bit, be true to your instincts, true to what you have learned in this institute. Be true to your instincts. You know what Robert De Niro said about actors when they were going for auditions? Robert De Niro said, when you're going for an audition, be true to your creative instincts. You might not get the part, but you will be noticed. So, from tomorrow onwards, you won't be students of this institute. You will be the alumni of this institute. And the strength of the institute can only be judged by its alumni. So, go out there, win the world. And just before signing off, I'll tell you, the illiterate of the future will not be somebody who cannot read or write. It will be somebody who has stopped questioning. Keep on questioning. Good luck.
Thank you so much, sir. We shall now see the snippets of 13 short films made by the graduating student. We request the guests on stage to return to the audience.
ഇന്ന് പപ്പയുടെ ഓർമ്മ ദിവസമാണ്. എനിക്ക് നേരത്തെ പോകണം. ഇവിടുത്തെ കാര്യമൊക്കെ നോക്കണം. മോൻ പോയിക്കോ, ഞാൻ നോക്കിക്കോളാം. ശരി.
बेटा
अंकल आप
बहुत टाइम हो गया ना।
हाउस कविता
बेटा एक बार उससे बात कर लो।
उससे क्या होगा अंकल?
लास्ट मंथ याद है जिस जॉब के लिए अप्लाई किया था, उनका रिप्लाई आया है।
And
I got the job.
it's great.
আচ্ছা মা, তুমি যে 5 বছর ল পড়লে, কখনো প্র্যাকটিস কন্টিনিউ করার ইচ্ছা করলে না? নিখিল, I love you. तू जानता है ना, मैं ऐसा कोई डिसीजन नहीं लूंगी जो तुझे अपसेट करे। I don't want to settle down, Ma. I'm not you.
I mean, photographs don't lie, right?
Photographs don't lie.
അച്ഛൻ ഉറങ്ങിയോ?
দাদু বিকালে ভিক্ষা কেন চায়?
ভিক্ষা কেন চায়? খাওয়ার জন্য চায়।
কেন ওকে কেউ খেতে দেয় না?
না, ফ্রিতে কেউ কাউকে খেতে দেয় না।
তো পিঁপড়েরা তো এসে খাবার নিয়ে চলে যেত।
পিঁপড়েরা? পিঁপড়ে আর মানুষ এক নয়।
ये जो भी हो रहा है ये कुछ तो नया है। अरे ये कैसा नशा है, ये पहला नशा है, ये पहला नशा।
मेरी नजर में पत्रकार समाज को आईना दिखाने के लिए।
ये राम प्रसाद का नाम हटा, हाथ पांव टूट जाएंगे वरना तेरा।
ये तो नहीं छापना था, वो छापना था जो प्रकाश ने कहा है।
आप उसे खबर कह लीजिए, हम उसे मार्केटिंग कह लेंगे।
लेकिन सिस्टम के अंदर रह के ही तो हम सिस्टम को चेंज कर सकते हैं ना।
थोड़ा सा जी लो, थोड़ा थोड़ा मर लो।
ஹலோ.
நான் நடிகர் பாண்டி பேசுகிறேன். போன வாரம் 14ஆம் தேதி ஆடிஷன் கொடுத்தேன். அதுக்கப்புறம் யாரும் கூப்பிடலையாம்மா?
நாங்க ஆல்ரெடி செலக்ட் பண்ணிட்டோம். அடுத்த வாட்டி பார்க்கலாம்.
யாராவது கேட்டாங்கன்னா ஹலோ
ஹலோ
ஹலோ சார், நான் நடிகர் பாண்டி பேசுகிறேன்.
ஹலோ
ஹலோ, போன வாரம் ஆடிஷன் வந்ததுல.
ஆடிஷா அப்படியே ஒண்ணு இல்லையா?
Roll sound. Rolling. Roll camera. Clap out. And action.
friends, this is music composer D. Iman. A very good morning to all the students of 2021. The fastest growing industry these days is of course the media industry, and with the pandemic and the extended lockdown these days, the media industry has been booming extensively. Hence, your students are on the right path of the future. Nothing can become perfect unless the foundation is strong, and the foundation here is the formal education. You children are in the right place, the right people, to learn every bit of the process in filmmaking. I wish you the very best for your future, for your studies. And we will catch up soon. God be with you.
Department. Devine Paul, Direction Department. Kandab Virendra Shroff, specialized in direction. Prateek Chandrasekhar Iyer, specialized in direction. Yes, Nitish Kumar, Direction Department.
Sneha Biswas, Direction Department. Arka Chakrabarti, Editing Department. Gautam Kumar Chithraju, Editing Department. Kumarasan ST, Sound Department. Aditya Sundararaman, Cinematography Department.
Abhishek Krishnan, Cinematography Department. Akash Mon, Cinematography Department. Charu KC SG, Cinematography Department. Karthik AS, Cinematography Department. Maitra Varun Jalla, Cinematography Department.
Vivu Rai, Cinematography Department. Ruchika Krishnan Mapadat, Cinematography Department. S. Harihara Devan, Cinematography Department. Soham Yashwant Godbole, Cinematography Department. Sudisha KG, Cinematography Department. Vismaya Vinod Nair, Cinematography Department.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Moving on to our awards for the individual departments. Unfortunately, we do not have Mr. Balaji Saktivel, who's the jury member for both direction and screenwriting. Let's now welcome our HOD forward for direction department, Miss Lata Murugan ma'am, to hand over the awards. Before this, a few words on our jury member. Our juror, Mr. Balaji Saktivel, is a renowned Tamil film director and screenwriter, and so it is apt that he is the juror for both direction and screenwriting categories. Mr. Balaji received several awards for his film Vadakku N 18/9 in 2012, including the National Film Award for Best Feature Film in Tamil. His other films include Samurai, Kadal, and Kalluri. Can we have Lata ma'am forward for the awards, please?
First of all, I want to say that you're all winners. We are very proud of all the films that you made this year. Okay. And it wasn't an easy task to pick the top 3. And I'm glad I had writer director Balaji Saktivel with me to help me in this process. Okay. So the Bronze Award for Best Director goes to Pratik Chandrasekhar Iyer for Nadigar Pandi. The Silver Award goes to Pankaj Kanchandani for Avak. And finally, the Gold Award goes to Kandarp Virendra. The film's name was Pehla Nasha. Yeah, if any of you would like to say a few words, please do so.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank my parents who are here, because they have always helped me to change my field from engineering to direction writing. So, and main thing is every one of us know that outside this college, this awards and all won't matter like that. But what I learned here is main credit for me and all of us learning goes to Indranil sir. I would really like to thank Indranil sir. Uh, because we always had this sometimes I will have issues with him, we will have some very heating sessions or something like that. But the things we have learned from him uh, are I can't say that. And Lata ma'am, she always helped us in because I chose a very sensitive topic, and she always helped us to choose a right way for making it as a sensitive. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
So, firstly, I'll like to thank you. Thanks, Indranil sir. A lot, really. So, I'm not actually really fond of films that much, but still. So it's a very tiring work, but still, I'd like to thank all the classmates who have been there and my friends who have become my friends, all of them. And Lata ma'am also, her documentary class have been the best in the whole sessions we have had. And especially Pratik for all the long discussions where we wasted our time for 2-3 hours. And Soham Godbole for poking me again and again. This is not working. This is not working. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. And yeah, that's all.
They've already told me not to say much, so I will not say much. But exactly. I think, yeah, first parents to really, support me and tell me, okay, fine, do it. Do filmmaking if you want to. And that's actually a very big thing to, really be a part of. So thank you. And of course, friends here who really pushed me, and my film crew. Of course, Hari, man, we worked in 3 projects. I'm sorry to the other cinematographers. It's not that I don't like you. I did like Hari better, but I mean, it's fine. But and of course, I want to really. I don't know if he's here right now, but the actor of Narigar Pandey, he's 70 years old, and he really put in a lot of effort in acting in the film, and really, it's amazing the amount of passion he had, and that's why we also had the same passion to make the film. So thank you very much, sir. His name is Nagaratnam. Thank you.
Congratulations, guys. Thank you, ma'am. Can we now have our HOD of screenwriting, Dr. Indranil Chakrabarti, to give out the awards for screenwriting?
Okay, guys. Before this is a mystery, but before we announce the awards, I must tell you from the depth of my heart that I've been teaching for many years, and your batch is very special to me. And I have taught many years in FTII, Whistling Woods, many places internationally. But this batch, I'm not saying because it's Convocation Day, but I'm saying from the depth of my heart, you are my favorite batch of students. The people who were in the jury, the 4 people, Mr. Shaktivel could not come today, but he was so impressed. I can tell you on behalf of, I've seen him reacting to the films. He said that he was humbled by the quality of the films. He felt that it was way above industry standards, the students that are coming out of here. And he was so surprised that he asked us, what is the minimum requirement you need to get into this institute? I said, okay, PhD. It was like he expected that our standards are so high, we must be taking the choicest of students. So, okay, here you are, after so many years of teaching, like right now of studying. The bronze for the best screenplay goes to Nitish Kumar for Mavu. The silver award for the best screenplay goes to Pehla Nasha, Kandarp Virendra Shaw. And the gold for the best screenplay goes to Pankaj Kanchandani for Awak. Can we now ask the students for a few words? Those who got it starting from the bronze.
First of all, pardon me for wearing specs. I mean, shades. It's not out of arrogancy. I want to see your faces clearly. this is my power glass. So, more than being a director, I would call myself a screenwriter. And Professor Dr. Indranil Chakravarti is the sole reason for it. I would give all my credits for him. Thank you for thank you for making me a good screenwriter. I hope I would become a great one soon. That's it. Thank you.
The second, Kandar.
So as I have already thanked everyone, but I forgot one most important part of this project and my journey in the college, and that person is Rakshana Sugumar. Like, because I still don't know certain things. I am still not matured in certain things, understanding what will work, what won't work. Like, I write certain things, I feel okay, it will be entertaining, or it is what I am feeling. But she is the one who always criticize or give her most deep inputs, and uh, whichever films I have been able to make and people remember here in the college, they are because of her, and I am thankful to her. So thank you so much.
And the gold winner, Pankaj.
Thank you, Indranil sir, because you are the one who helped me convert all my stories into scripts. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, and congratulations, guys. So, moving on to the next award, it's a Cinematography Award. And unfortunately, the juror for cinematography, Mr. Vignesh Vasu, could not be here with us today. So, I would like to call our HOD, Mr. Mati Aragan, to give out the awards. Before that, I would like to talk about Mr. Vignesh Vasu. He is an alumnus of L.V.PA who graduated in 2010. He worked as a cinematographer and cameraman in many Tamil films, including Ram, Veera, Kateri, Gimmick, Tail, Mosai, Naiseka Returns, among several others. Madi sir, can you? Thank you, sir.
Hello. Before announcing the award, we used to say in our L.V.Prasad History Film Academy Award, 2013 batch we used to say is a golden batch, but this batch is platinum batch. Bronze goes to Vismaya Vinod Nair. And the silver goes to Akash Mohan for the film Karla. And the gold goes to Soham Yashwant Godbole for the film Abad. Come, Sogan. We'll start from the gold.
आई थिंक बस उतना ही बोलने वाला हूँ. थैंक यू.
Thank you all for coming and watching the film. I'm at loss of words right now. I really am at loss of words. A lot to talk about the life that happened over here in this college. All these people I've met, greatest of the greatest people, by the way. Mendes, Leda ma'am, Mati sir, Indranil sir, all every staff that has helped us become something, show us a way of life, style in life, do things. So many things happened after coming to college. It was brilliant being in this crowd which thinks like you, acts like you, do stuff you do. It was beautiful. Thank you so much.
First of all, thanks to my mom and dad. Thank you, faculty. Thank you, Madhu sir. And thank you, Sneha. Thank you to all my friends here. And like a really big thank you to my greatest support since first year, Rakshana.
Congratulations, guys. Thank you, sir. Moving on to our editing awards. Unfortunately, we do not have our juror for editing, Mr. Gopi Krishna, and hence we request our HOD of editing, Mr. Palanival Kalimuthu sir, to hand over the awards. Talking about Mr. Gopi Krishna sir, the juror for editing is a Tamil film editor who had edited numerous Tamil films. He made a breakthrough after his work in Thani Oruvan, which was well recognized. His other noted films are Varak N 18/9, Manam Kotti Paravai, Kuttipuli, Dilluku Duddu, Mayanadi, and A Kuppa Kathai. Can we have Palanival sir handing over the awards, please?
First, I would like to congratulate all of our students, and especially the graduating batch 2019. Make yourself great for your future, and make yourself the good films for the globe to be pleasant. So I would like to announce there is no bronze in the editing category. So shall I move to silver for the film Nadigar Pandi, Gautam Kumar Chitraju. And the gold goes to the film Satya Katham, Arka Chakraborty. Arka, have a few words.
Good evening. It sounds weird, no, my voice magnified anyway. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful time. See, there's a joke about editors that, the best editor is someone about whom nobody knows anything. Okay, he works behind closed doors. Nobody knows anything. Nobody has seen him. Some people know that that guy exists, or that girl, or that woman exists. Okay, he's like a legend. For a change, I have some spotlight on me. But I couldn't have done this, without this man standing right here, Paranival sir. Everyone. I'm an atheist. I do not believe in God. For me, a God is a guru from whom I learn things. And he's the one from whom I have learned this. And I couldn't have achieved this without you. And Edward, sir, Nagesh, sir, thank you. Thank you. Livingstone, sir, I love you. So, sir, would you please come here? I would like to take your blessings. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Gautam.
Hello everyone. I don't have so much words. I thank my department head, Palnivel sir, and Edward sir, Nagesh sir, and my parents. Thanks.
Thank you all.
Moving on to our next award for sound. I would like to invite the juror for sound, Mr. Prabhakaran, to come on stage to give the sound award, accompanied by the HOD of sound, Mr. M. Venkatesh. Mr. Prabhakaran, the juror for sound, is a senior sound engineer who graduated from the MGR Film Institute. He has more than 30 years of professional experience in Indian film industry and has worked in around 700 films in Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Marathi, and English. Between 1996 and 2020, he has worked as a senior sound engineer for Maestro Ilayaraja at Prasad Studios. Sir.
Thank you, everybody, and thank you very much, Prabhakar, for our request to come here, jury, for 2 days. And he watched all the movies, and he was very surprised to see that quality of the sound, which is mixed by the present student as well as many of the alumni who traveled all the way from Bangalore and come here every weekend and did. And I like to thank one of our senior, graduated alumni, Sri, Karan, Manas, Santosh. So I'm very thankful because these people are all the way, so these people are placed jobs, so we have placed them in Bangalore Deluxe and they got weekend holidays only. So all the way come by bikes, to mix for the student from Bangalore to Chennai. Thank you all, plus my fellow colleagues, Mr. God bless all the colleagues who work for this, Panir Selvam and Yuvaraj, who mixed many films, and Mardaraj, who helped in all the technical support. So without them, all the time the sound is the last. We couldn't go on vacation. Everybody went. All the 15 days we were here, we had to complete all the mix and given. So that's it. That's why here also we are the last. Even in the award. Okay, thank you. Please.
Silver award goes to Hari JB for the movie called Satyagatam. Next, Golden Award goes to Kumaresad ST for the movie called Pravesham.
Come.
1 second. Come.
I would like to call our juror for sound.
1 second.
First of all, I would like to thank my parents and my grandparents who have come here. Yeah, sure. Okay. And also, I would like to thank my elder brother, Sundaresan, actually. So he was someone who was guiding me right from the start to pursue and sound. So if he had been, he's also passionate in films. If he had been gone, he would have become a successful director or a actor. But he made sure that he being the first son, being to the family and supporting the family, make sure that I'm going into film industry. So I would like to thank my brother. And also I would like to thank other batchmates, my 2019 batchmates who are here graduating along with me. And I have worked with each and every one of them. So thank you all. And I would like to, particularly for this project, I would like to thank CK, Chaurkesi. He trusted me and he gave me this project, so I would like to thank. And lot of things to say, but I would like to thank Hari also. Without him, life would have been difficult. So he supported me in multiple projects, so I would like to thank him. So last but not the least, I would like to thank my sound staffs, Venkatesh sir, Pani sir, Yura sir, and Madhu sir. And also every department HODs. Without them, it's a teamwork. So I think they also deserve the credit for all these things. Thank you. Thank you all.
Hello. This is my first time talking in mic, so yeah, sorry. First of all, I like to thank my grandfather, my mother. Usually I don't look that age, but I'm 20. I finished school, directly joined here. Yeah, I have to mention that, right? I don't look like it, but I'm 20. So my mother, she is so supportive. She doesn't care what I do, in a good way. In a good way. She wants me to be happy, that's it. And in here also, first when I'm joining, I'm not good at English, but I'm struggling. But most of all, the staffs are so friendly, I can easily cooperate with them. They teach me so many things. I don't know thing. Even when I'm attending the interview, I don't know a thing about sound. I just say, I don't know, sir, I'm just trying to learn, sir. He said, that's where you learn here only, so you come join, they said. And Kumaresan also, he's 6 years older than me, so he thanked me. I have to thank him. So, and I don't know what to say. So, thank you all.
Can we please have Mr. Prabhakaran sir back on stage so that we can present him with the memento?
Thank you, sir. So now it's one of the most awaited time of the evening. Can we request our chief guest, Mr. Tigmanshu Dhulia and Michael sir, to give out the special jury award?
Yes. So the jury award goes to Pehla Nasha.
Kandar Viren Shroff and Rakshana Sugumar. Congratulations, please. Ladies first.
Okay, so Rakshana becomes awkward generally to speak. But yeah, some of the members are missing here, like our editor Mithun and sound designer and mixer Sudan. So they actually taught us so many things during the post, and obviously our classmates, everyone who supported us during that. Rakshana will say something.
Good evening, everyone. I'm I'm really grateful for everyone that I met here in Prasad. Like everything I learned is because of them. And really, I would like to thank Kandarp, mainly Kandarp and Vismaya. I have learned so much through them only for the last couple of years. And seriously, I'm learning so much more through my alumni and everyone. So I'm very grateful. And especially, I have to thank all my faculties, Madhi sir, Surendran sir, Anirban sir, and especially Narayan sir, who's not here in Prasad. When I came to Prasad, I didn't know much about cinematography, and he is the one who mainly taught me what it is. So I'm extremely grateful to him and all of my batchmates for giving me this amazing opportunity. Thank you.
Best films.
So is this the final award? Yeah? The top one. Best film goes to Pankaj Khanchandani and Soham Sheshan. Incredible for Awak.
I don't want to know.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah?
Hari, Hari, no, come.
Yeah, the entire crew should be here.
Team.
Work off that.
So, I'd like to thank everyone in the crew who are there, who are not here right now, the cast and assistants and lightmen in Pune, and yeah, all mentors, Madhi sir, Indranil sir, Lata ma'am, Palnivel sir, Venki sir. Shantanu sir and Prachi ma'am are not here. They were really supportive in all our projects and helped us a lot. And all the batchmates who have been here, Pratik who assisted me, and Gauransh and Gautam from the junior batch. They were there. So Yeah, thank you so much. And it's Manas who did the sound. Yes. Thank you.
Now that the awards are over, dear friends and guests, we have a brief session of songs sung jointly by some students and faculty members, followed by our alumnus, Stephen Matthew. Please give them a big round of applause. So the song is performed by the faculty, Mr. Anirban sir and Shumanto sir, and the students are Shrijoy, Rida, Shri Ranjini, Harko. That's it. Thank you, guys. Check.
Hello, check. Hello, check.
Hello. Check. 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 Check.
அழகு குட்டிச் செல்லம் இறைவன் அவன் உருவோயடு நான் காண்கிற நீதானே உன்னை பார்த்தா போதும் என் அழகே குட்டிச் செல்லம் இந்த ஜென்மம் தீரும் என் அழகே குட்டிச் செல்லம் நீயா நீயாரோ நான் நீயா மாறினாய் நான் யாரோ நீதான் நான் என்று கூறினாய் வேதான் பூனிதான் பூவில் வாசம் வீசினாய் வாசம் என்றென்றும் என் சுவாசம் உன்னை பார்த்தா போதும் என் அழகு குட்டிச் செல்லம் இந்த ஜென்மம் தீரும் என் அழகு குட்டிச் செல்லம் இறைவன் அவன் உருவோயது நான் காண்கிற நீதானே உன்னை பார்த்தா போதும் என் அழகே குட்டிச் செல்லம் இந்த ஜென்மம் தீரும் என் அழகே குட்டிச் செல்லம்.
The next song is Holiday by Scorpions. Hello, check, check, hello, check. Let me take you far away. You like a holiday. Exchange the cold days for the sun. A good time and fun. Let me take you far away.
You are a holiday. Let me take you far away. You are a holiday. Exchange your troubles for some love. Wherever you are, let me take you far away. You are a holiday. Ooh, longing for the sun, here we come to the island without a name. Longing for the sun, here we come on the island many miles away from home. Here we come to the island without a name. Longing for the sun, here we come to the island many miles away from home. Many miles away from home. Many miles away from home.
Our final song is a popular number from Indian Ocean's contribution to Anurag Kashyap's Black Friday, Bande. Gradually, we are moving from more peaceful, soft situation to harsh ones.
हरे रुक जा हरे थम जा हरे रुक जा रे बंदे हरे समझा रे बंदे कि कुदरत हंस पड़ेगी हो हरे रुक जा रे बंदे हरे समझा रे बंदे कि कुदरत हंस पड़ेगी हो जिंदगी गुमसुम इबादत कर पड़ेगी हो अरे बेचारे बंदे अरे बेचारे बंदे की कुदरत हंस पड़ेगी हो अरे नींदे रखनी अरे सपने डूबे कि करवट मत मोड़नी हो समय की लाल आंधी कब्रिस्तान के रास्ते अरे लपट चलेगी हो किसे काफिर कहेगा किसे कायर कहेगा तेरी कब तक चलेगी किसे काफिर कहेगा किसे कायर कहेगा तेरी कब तक चलेगी ओ किसे काफिर कहेगा किसे कायर कहेगा तेरी कब तक चलेगी हो अरे मंदिर के छुप गए अरे मस्जिद में गुमसुम इबादत मत करेगी हो समय की लाल आंधी कब्रिस्तान के रास्ते अरे लपट चलेगी हो अरे बेचारे बंदे अरे बेचारे बंदे की कुदरत हंस पड़ेगी हो अरे नींदे सपनी अरे सपने डूबे कि करवट मत मोड़नी हो ये आंधी चोट तेरी कभी की सूख जाती मगर अब पक चलेगी
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please give a round of applause for the performance. And I would like to welcome our alumnus, Stefan Matthew, to give his performance.
Check. All right, check. Check. Little more. Give me a little more reverb, no? And more highs also. Also my guitar. Just a little reverb. Check. All right. Good evening, everybody. And I'm an alumni of the same batch, and we all of us started together in 2019. And although I'm a little jealous of the passing out batch this year because we got a year less in the institute. I wish we had more time, spend more time in the institute. But, and after having watched all the films today, all the screenings, I can just say that I'm really proud of you guys to call you as my friends. And I think we're not just batchmates, but we are little extensions of each other for the 2-3 years we spent together. So thank you for being who you are. So the song I'm going to be singing is kind of close to my heart for various reasons. It also happens to be my first official feature film credit. So this is, the song is called Kahani, and check, my voice is sounding down. Cool, thanks. So this song, I had the opportunity to work with Preetam Chakrabarti, the music director, and as everyone calls him, Preetam Dada. And you can say my filmmaking journey started from Amir Khan's place when I joined L.V.P. in 2019. 1 week into the course, I got a call from Preetam's studio to work on the music sittings of the songs. And so you can say it started from Amir Khan's place in Panchgani, and then of course L.V.P.A. for the next 2 years. And finally the song is out. It's out on YouTube, and the film will release on August 11th in a few days. So the song is called Kahani. And it's also special because especially the words written by Amitabh Bhattacharya, because as storytellers we constantly deal with stories, people, emotions and feelings. So all of that philosophy comes out in a capsule in this song. So this is Kahani for you. हो रहा है जो हो रहा है, क्यों तुम न जानो ना, पम पररररम। क्या पता हमने है कहानियां हैं, कहानी में पम पररररम। बैठी कलियों पे तितली के जैसे, कभी रुकने दे कभी उड़ जाने दे, जाने दे। तेरी जिंदगी में बारिशों का पानी आधी भर ले, तो आगे बह जाने दे, जाने दे। हम समंदर का एक टुकड़ा है, समंदर है पम पररररम। ये लकीरों में लिखी सारी है, या जिंदगी ये तेरी इरादों की मारी है तेरी मेरी समझ पाने में, या इसको न समझना ही समझदारी है। बैठी कलियों पे तितली के जैसे, कभी उड़ने दे कभी उड़ जाने दे, जाने दे। तेरी जिंदगी में बारिशों का पानी आधी भर ले, तू आगे बह जाने दे, जाने दे। हम समंदर का एक टुकड़ा है, या समंदर है पम पररररम।
रहा है क्यों हो रहा है क्यों तुम न जानो न हो पम पररररम। क्या पता हम मेरा कहानियाँ है कहानी में पम पररररम।
So I dedicate this song to all of my friends I've made in this batch. All of you guys. I wish I could take every one of your name. Thank you so much, all the parents, faculty members. Thank you so much for being here. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefan. For the first time in the history of LVPA, this year we have introduced a valedictorian speech which will be delivered by a member of the graduating batch, Prateek Chandrasekhar Iyer. Can we have you on stage, please?
Oh, this was one of the suggestions that one of my friends gave, just be silent. So I just thought if it would work or not. And I guess, yeah. And thank you for the action. Because I did rehearse the speech quite a few times and I have written it down. And then I thought, why should I write down a speech? So and so after writing down the speech, turns out I wrote it in a way that, so I have a special handwriting where only I can decipher it. And unfortunately, I crossed the threshold, so I couldn't really understand it myself. And now I don't really know where the speech is. So I guess I have to speak what comes to me at this moment. Which is actually really funny because if I have to think about a couple of years back, not even a couple of years, I think, let's say 10 years back, if I tell my friends that I am someone who actually doesn't talk or who could never really say a word on stage, they would not really believe me. But trust me, I am not someone who could really speak in front of people. And the only reason why I'm able to do that here is because of the support I have from my friends and from my faculties, from my parents, everyone who just told me one specific thing, a very important thing, which I learned very late. I actually learned it right now. And surprisingly, everyone, all the distinguished members, you sort of took my theme today. And I'm really glad you brought it up. And it's about being yourself. This idea of being oneself is something which was very rarely appreciated in my school days, because we always had to make sure that we are setting a standard, or we have to make sure that we make other people proud, or we have to make sure that they're all engaged or entertained, and so write a speech in a way that make sure that they would really get it and understand. But I mean, that's the reason why I didn't write the speech today, because I decided to be myself. And for that, I'd like to thank my ungrateful, untalented batch here. Because I think the amount of conversations I've had with each and every single one of you, Pankaj and Soham were my roommates, and Jagrat was my roommate, and so many other people. I've lived with Varun and Hari for so long. And of course, Hari tries to push me out once in a while, but still, he's accepted me many times. But the idea of being accepted everywhere and to be heard and to be understood, and also the strength to
also help the other person and push the other person to make them better rather than just thinking about yourself and how you're only going to be better. I think that's why I'm here today, and that's why we're all here today. And so thank you guys very much, really. Thank you. Yeah, clap, go ahead. I actually told Nitish to tell them to clap at certain moments, but he's on his phone. What's another wonderful thing about this institute is that it's about how the atmosphere of this place really was so welcoming and friendly, which is not really there in other educational institutes I've been in, because it's always, the teachers and students were always separate. But here, teachers and students sort of are a little too friendly, because I know that our current director, Mr. Mike Sir, had asked me, when I called him Sir, he immediately said, "Call me Mike." I said, "Okay, I'll try my best, but this time I'll definitely try Mike." So you were, you just joined, and we really feel like it would have been a great experience, knowing how it would be with you as well, because of the very brief conversation we've had, and it's really, really fun, and all the criticisms and all the feedbacks you'd given us for our diploma projects were really, really helpful, and more than just criticizing, they were all constructive criticisms. So in a way, they motivate us to become better. So thank you very much, Mike. And I will definitely like to thank Shantanu sir and Prachi ma'am for really making this space extremely friendly, because I know how many times many of us, if we just didn't, just had a bad day, or we didn't know what to do, we were lost, we just went to either of their cabins, especially Prachi ma'am's cabin, and we just went and spoke, and random things, anything. And we always came out of the room very happy and relaxed and light. And I think that's really something, and that's something very different. I've not seen this in many educational institutes, and for that, really, and not just Shantanu and Prachi ma'am, of course, as intimidating as he might be, Mr. Indranil sir, the conversations with you, the crazy conversations we have had with you, your class is just a series of conversations. Actually, I just realized that in direction specifically, we learned very less about camera angles and shots. Sure, we had classes about them, but I think we spoke mainly about life, and we spoke about politics, we spoke about some personal stories and your memories and past and present and what you like to be in the future. And love stories came up, and lots of many other aspects. And the beauty of that is we were allowed to be vulnerable, not just from our side, but from the teacher's side as well. It's because they were very vulnerable with us, we were also able to be very vulnerable and open with them. And that's the reason why you see the films that we all made is because of that specific reason, that we got to be ourselves around them. And again, I come back to the idea that the faculties, all of you, each and every single one of you, allowed us to be ourselves. And if this is just a specific dramatic pause, because I'm someone who loves drama, and well, I think I learned a bit of learning comedy from my friends Hari and Varun and Kandar. They're probably the best comedians I've seen, and I think everyone tends to disagree, but I know that they all really like their jokes. So thank you for giving such wonderful jokes. It really was funny. Yes, thank you. There were two films that we started off with, and they're not the photo story. It was not,
it was not photo story or continuity. There were actually two films we started off with. One was done by Rebu, 13B, and there was another film, Room Number 13, yes, and another film called Ghost of Love. And the two films, why it's so special is because LVP's journey did not start from classes, did not start from this hall. It actually started from the hostel. It started with our hostel life, where we all gathered together, met for the first time, interacted with each other for the first time, went to the beach for the first time, and explored the city for the first time. We interacted with our seniors for the first time. We interacted with our super seniors for our first time. We spent a lot of time dancing and singing, and yeah, it was really a crazy ride. And the one who and really thank you, special thanks to Akash Mohan for documenting each and every single moment of our lives. Seriously, thank you so much, Akash. I don't know where he is. And so from there, and we made the film as a part of the hostel, just random projects. We just started with Room Number 13 and Ghost of Love. And from there, we also started, I would like to get into departments surely, but I think I want to speak more about, the batch also, because we had a film club where we, challenged ourselves, had competitions for ourselves, and really pushed ourselves to experiment and go nuts with the form, to go crazy with the form, because we know that what the form we see every day is not the form that's really there. And I think the film club really helped. And this is the kind of rigorous batch we had. And we really loved cinema, because we watched all kinds of cinema. And the special thanks for being so accepting for watching any kinds of cinema is probably, I have to thank Shiva Kumar sir specifically, because of how, because I remember in the first class, he said, I'm going to show you simple films. I'm going to show you challenging films. I'm going to show films where you sleep. And I'm going to and slowly, I'm going to take you up there. And it's because of that, we really, as a batch, we just started to love all kinds of films, all kinds of cinema. And that led to debates and discussions on what kind of filmmaker we were going to become. Were we going to become, someone who likes to engage with a larger audience, or did we like to form a niche audience and just focus on, different kinds of art styles and art forms? And that really got us to debating about ourselves. And once again, we had our faculties to thank, like Lata ma'am and Indranil sir, who really told us, just what do you think? What do you feel? What do you think that you can do? What is it that you're good at? And that's what made us realize our potential. So that's why when you see each of our films, everything is so unique, because we were vulnerable, and we spoke about who we really are. I was given 10 minutes, but I'm sure the faculties and the batch will agree that we have a reputation for exceeding the time limit. So I apologize if I do go here and there. Definitely not 30. Yes, dramatics. It's important. It's the beats. I'm sure Indra sir will agree with me. As friendly as this space was, I will say that it was heated, because I think Kandarp had already mentioned the day the projects arrive, and is the day, especially for us direction students, and cinematographers were really of great help, because they know how much tension we're always in, because we're going to pitch our script to Indranil sir. And the fear, the nervousness is not really about whether it's going to get accepted or rejected. It's either accepted or thrashed, or rejected or thrashed. And I think many of us have been thrashed. We have been, and with Indranil sir's, especially when we are telling the script, we're pitching the script, and Indranil sir's dead eye stare and flicking his hair like that. Really, it is a very scary moment. But once you get thrashed and you feel terrible and you fight, and then you get angry, and then you go to your cinematographer and say, what the hell is this, man? Screw it.
I'm not going to make this film. And then suddenly you just get an eye opener and you change your script, you make it better, and you never realized that that's what he was pushing you to do. He was actually pushing you to increase your potential. He was trying to make you realize that whatever you're doing is shit. Not that it's shit, it's just that it can always be better. And so thank you very much, sir. I cannot go further without mentioning the pandemic, because it really was it was a very different and very difficult time for all of us, because we were all in campus, we were all with each other, and suddenly we were apart. But I think what was really amazing is the fact that we were apart actually brought us closer. And the faculties, really, thank you so much for somehow being there with us during the pandemic. We had classes, and I'm sure the batch will agree, probably Lata ma'am's documentary classes were probably one of the best classes I've ever attended. Seriously. I mean, the way she structured, Lata ma'am is known for the way she structures her lectures, and it was just absolutely fantastic, where she showed us our first documentary and we realized it never was a documentary. And that's how our documentary journey started. And me as a person was always averse from documentary, and I think many of us were a little afraid. But by the end of the course, by the end of the lectures, and when our documentary projects were going to start, surprisingly, all of us were so motivated to do documentaries. And it was not because we had to do a project, it was because ma'am just ignited that passion in us. So thank you very much, ma'am, for that. The sweetest and the most wonderful people, and the department even, I would say, is the editing department, for having such patience with us, because especially with directors, because we're all like, no, I want this, I want that, and then Edward sir would say, no da, and I say, well, I mean, I don't care, but then they try to explain, and then we say no, and then we do it, and then we say it could be better, but okay, I'll just agree with you because I have to. But we know that it's actually much better. And so for that, Nagesh sir, Edward sir, Parnivel sir, Livingston sir, Karthik sir, thank you so much. Sound department. Sound department, we started off with a very different vibe of the sound department. Really, you're someone, we're really happy to have met you, because I think you taught me, especially when we were Jones sir. Yeah, please, definitely, because Jones sir was someone who, he taught us music, he taught us, he just allowed us to make the music. He asked us to sing, he asked me to sing, I don't sing, and he asked so many of us just to sing, make a song, and we made 2 songs. Yeah, but we made 2 songs, and they were really good songs. We even made a music video on it, and it's really good. Yes, exactly. I'm sure someday you will find out. But definitely, it was such a wonderful time with Jones sir, and of course, I do not want to leave out Murthy sir and Arsu sir and Bose sir. Bose sir's knowledge in sound, and the way he, his energy was something else, and that allowed us to also be energetic. And even if I don't know what I'm doing, I'm still going to do it because, sir is asking me to do it. So I'm just going to say, yes, okay, cool, no problem. And Murthy sir, I will never forget. I think Kandarp and I decided one day to just attend the sound class because why not? We don't have anything. And we attended the class, and Murthy sir was, I think, talking about Roja. And the moment Kandarp and I entered, we felt a very discomfort because I think Murthy sir didn't really know who we were, and he thought we were just strangers just walking in, and it was so uncomfortable. So we walked out. So I was really scared to talk to Murthy sir again. And then when I did speak to him, such a lovely man, and Murthy sir and Arsu sir, and of course Venki sir. Sir, really, you really helped us. The diplomas did come out because of you, because of how much you pushed us and how much you pushed the sound department. So thank you very much, Venki sir. And Venki sir has, you ask him one question about, he's worked so much in the industry that you ask one question, you're just going to get a history of cinema, film history class. And, you can just sit back and listen to him talk all day about all his experiences. And I'm sure you learn so much, as I definitely did. So, as promised, I did not want to keep sound as the last. So that's why I've kept last as cinematography department. Because, I mean, Narayan sir, I'm really sad that he's not here with us right now, but I know that he really wanted to be with us. And because he did say, I met him 2 days back, and he really did say he wanted to be here, but because of the other program, he couldn't make it. So Anirban sir, to Sura sir, and of course to all, to Ravi sir and Umesh sir, and to all the light officers, really, please clap for the light officers, because if it weren't for them, there's no lighting. They really helped us a lot. And Madhi sir, your love for cinema and your constant support, and not just support, I think you constantly encouraged us to just go mad with the form. I remember one of the films we were making, it was just supposed to be extreme close-ups, and we were a little bit concerned if it really would work or not, and sir said, do it. He said, okay. And so we did it. Hari. So really, I mean, I think the amount of knowledge you have, sir, really, it's a department that really we really, enjoyed all this and your time here. So thank you very much for being here. Thinking about cinematography, just I remembered a memory of it where we had to do a photo story exercise, and for the photo story exercise, they divided us into teams. So I think it was me, Pankaj, and Nitish, and someone else. And I remember that so fondly because Pankaj, and this is the example of how crazy the batch can be. Pankaj somehow convinced me to. There's a statue, and it's a statue of a woman. And he somehow convinced me to kiss the statue. And I still don't know how, but he did. And I did. And we made the film. And when I watch it now, it's kind of nice. Not the kiss, the film. It was kind of nice. But yeah, I mean, what the hell was that? Yeah, I don't know what was that, but it just reminded me of the time where we've experienced so many crazy things, and it's not a 2-year program, it became a 3-year program. And we really went through a lot before pandemic and during the pandemic, and then after the pandemic. I mean, really, I don't think I have enough words to explain how grateful I am to have met all of you. And if it weren't for your constant support, every single one of you, I don't think I would have made it here. And I don't think any of us would have really been able to keep our sanity. So really, once again, I want to thank all of you, the crazy weirdos here. So please clap for yourself again. I do want to say thank you. I mean, in a way, I'm just thinking if I have missed anything else. I think I have covered, but of course, I don't think I can move on without mentioning Grace ma'am and Angel ma'am for really coordinating uh, a lot of our works. You know, it was always coordinated so perfectly, and that's all because of you. And you know, our registrar sir, who was always there for, you know, answering all of our questions, and we could always go to his cabin and again ask questions, and you know, he would answer. And you know, registrar is it's actually a big position, and you know, from what I've heard of registrar, it's always someone there and you can never see them, you know, you can never meet them in eye to eye, but you know, sir's right here. Thank you so much for being so simple and kind to all of us. Thank you. And of course, I would like to thank Mr. L.V.Prasad and you know, Mr. Sai Prasad and the family to really help us, and you know, the CEO of L.V.Prasad. And thank you so much for being here. And I really do hope that this institute will keep going forward and keep becoming better. And of course, the new faculties have joined, and you know, again, we can't really enjoy their classes like Anamika ma'am and Jubarat sir. Sir, you're such a dude, man. Come on. I mean, it's the amount of knowledge they have. You know, unfortunately, we're not going to be part of their class, but you know, I'm so glad that we got to meet you before we left. So thank you so much for, thank you so much again. And I'm trying to think of different ways to say thank you, because I know that if it weren't me and if it was the other people, you know, I know Pankaj would probably do a dance instead. Or, you know, Kandat would probably have a big thank you banner, you know, hanging down. You know, Debayan would be just like me. We are very melodramatic people. Maybe he would be more dramatic, you know, thank you. Maybe. Nitish would think it's too cliche. He would think of something else. But Sneha, would you say thank you, really? Or would you just, I think she would just say, okay, I'm done. And you just go. Almost. Just one more take, sir, please. One more take. Our juniors and super juniors, you know, we got to know you right now, and you know, it was fun getting to know you, and you know, I really do hope you get better than us. Please don't do what we did. Do much better. Go crazy. Go nuts. You know, direction students, fight with Indran sir. Prove that you're right, and I know he will support you. Trust me, he's not that difficult. Trust me. And I'm sure all of you will definitely have to get better than this. So thank you all very much. And I think, yes, congratulations to us. We are the batch of 2019. Thank you.
Thank you, Pratik, for that wonderful speech. I would like to welcome Mrs. Kavita Prasad to give vote of thanks.
You know, to be honest, I don't know what I have to say because you've thanked everybody, done my job. So, but before I actually propose the vote of thanks, I'd like to address you students. I mean, this just came to mind. Our founder, Mr. L.V.Prasad, he believed in these 4 Ps. I don't know if Mr. Shivraman has discussed this with you or the other faculty, but that's something that I want you to take away when you all leave this institute. The first is passion. You guys, I see so much of passion in all of you. The day you all came in with so much of passion, and I see that right now. Let that live. Don't let it go, because if you're not passionate about what you do, there's no way you're going to be successful. I mean, when I entered the industry, I saw the VFX department working 3 days, 4 days continuously without sleep. I would wonder, how are they doing it? Because I needed my 8 hours of sleep. And then I realized, if you're passionate about something, It doesn't matter. You guys, when you have to make your film, finish a film, will work 7 days and not be tired. So that's one thing. Remember, don't lose your passion. 2 is patience. This you have to learn from our founder. It took him 20 years to achieve success. He was patient, and look where he is now. So all I want to tell you is, we're not going to lie to you. You're not going to have producers waiting outside our campus waiting to give you a job. So you have to be patient, prove yourself, do good films, get noticed, and then you'll have a beeline. So don't get disappointed if it's going to take you a few years, some people a few months, some maybe years to achieve or to get recognized. Be patient. Your time will come. The third thing is perseverance. Hard work always pays off. So put in the hard work and you will see success. And the last but not the least is purity of thought. He believed in pure thoughts, clear, clean. If you're able to be clear about what you want to say, it'll come out in your films. So these are the 4 Ps. Keep in mind, because, and I don't want to say more because I think Pratik has done a lot and everybody's tired. So let me go to the vote of thanks. And all the best to you, the 2019 batch. Yeah, we want to make, you've got to make the Institute proud. Okay. On behalf of the L.V.Prasad Education and Research Foundation, it is my privilege and honor to propose the vote of thanks on this occasion. To the graduating students of the 15th batch, this is a moment in time that will always be cherished by you and all of us. History is being made today, and your life will not be the same again. We take great pride in being a witness to the scene and playing a small part of your lives and the history in the making. We, on behalf of L.V.Prasad Academy, the L.V.Prasad family, and the entire fraternity, extend our most sincere thanks to Shri.TIGMANSHU DHULIA. Thank you, sir, for coming. Our chief guest, who spared time from his extremely busy schedule to grace the occasion. He is so committed to supporting young student filmmakers that he agreed to grace this occasion immediately by rescheduling some of his prior engagements. I'm sure that the students will be greatly honored and motivated by your presence, sir. Our special thanks to the jury, Mr. Balaji Shaktivel and Mr. Vignesh Vasu, Mr. Gopi Krishna and Mr. Prabhakaran for having helped us with the viewing of the diploma films and giving us their feedback. A big thank you to our team at LVPA, our students, Ms. Deepika and Ritika, for their effort in anchoring towards today's event, and to all the student volunteers who made this function possible. Your efforts are greatly appreciated. We also extend my heartfelt thanks to our Chief Executive Officer, my namesake, Dr. Kavita Ganesh, Mr. Michael Manuel Joseph, Director of Academics and Director of Student Affairs and Business Affairs, Mr. Shiraz Ahmed, HODs Lata Murugan, Mr. Madhi, Mr. Palnivel, Mr. Venkatesh, and Mr. Indranil, and all the teachers of the college for working with the students and helping them complete the program in these extremely challenging times. As teachers and the faculty, it is your tireless efforts and total commitment that are sincerely appreciated, and we're grateful for that. We would also like to thank the 2 pillars of LVPA, Registrar Mr. Rajkumar and General Manager Sales Mr. Ravichandran, and their teams for organizing this event. Most important of all, we wish to thank the students of the graduating batch who have braved the pandemic and did well to complete the program and have graduated this evening. This event would not have been possible without you guys. Can we have a huge round of applause for the batch of 2019? A special thanks to all the parents who have permitted their children to pursue their dreams in a world that is dominated by a craze for engineering or medicine. Allowing your children to pursue a specialization in media and entertainment course needs courage and confidence. And this shows how much you trust them. Can we all stand up and give the parents a standing ovation, please? Last but not the least, many thanks to our technical arrangement team, light arrangement team, sound team, housekeeping, press members, media people, and finally the catering staff members. We thank you all for being with us this time. It's been a great pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your speech. Can we all please stand up for the national anthem?
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Can we have all the graduating students below the stage? So for the photograph with the chief guest and Michael sir.